Alright, it's Chun here, and for today's topic, we're going to talk about taxes. So, tax, when you come about real estate development, sure you're going to pay with tax. That is, first and foremost, we're going to know that that's our responsibility when you want to paying the tax. Is good for you to, because for our government to build a school, roads, parks, and a list of service that enemy of the rest of the world, is our responsibility for us to go and use also. So, but there's certain case that we can have some tax benefit on it. So when it comes to taxes, paying your fair share and no more or avoiding problems with the IRS, what you call is the people go and find out stick out with you and then check your tax or everything else. So when you're gonna get tax is the first. There are some types of tax you can look at it from this book. Is actually from this book is from the US. They are based on the US, but there's better you can have with your, you can consult with your lawyer or your tax advisor or accountant before you even go to much more further. So when it comes about tax, actually there has some what you call is capital gains and ordinary income. This case that you will get tax. For example, is what you call about capital gain is, for example, you have a piece of land, and then that time you buy is about 1 million. After that, you sold it for 1.5 million. So your capital gain is about 500k. So that 500k can pay the tax. So this will depends on the market also. If the market is for at the time is 1.5 million, but got certain case the market drop become 1.3, so another 200k is will be the loss that your capital lost through the process. This is depend on the market also and the time that you sell. What we call this is capital gain. So the next is ordinary income. Is some things is like including salaries, fees, commission, interest, dividends, and other means of producing income. This one you're gonna pay the tax. So when you come into the tax, always have a always have a qualified financial professional to keep an eye on the ever changing local, state, and federal tax laws, rules, and regulations. This is a must for you when you're gonna go. And then you're gonna know that is the tax code, tax law change about the fast as the weather. Well, they will always change though. When you try to want to know more in the tax, that's better you partner with you're gonna ask your tax advisor or your accountant relating to the taxation, because they are the person who are expert and always updating about the tax law. So normally tax we talk about for real estate is the local tax. For this type is most of the taxes you pay will be to the local authorities, and these taxes fall into the two categories within is visible taxes or hidden taxes. For local tax, always you want to pay it, everything else always consult with your accountant or your financial advisor before adopting any tax policy. Laws, codes, restriction, rules, regulation vary from state to state, because from state to state they have some different law with it, and from community to community also you need to look at it. So let's talk about the visible tax. Visible tax is a transfer tax, which means that it's charged whether a property move from one owner to another owner. This is the visible tax that you're going to pay for. So the next is there should be some charge is for the signage fee, is charged for everything to sign, everything else. So the next is the boiler inspection fee need to pay, and the building permit fee also you need to pay. And then if there is some parking space, you need to pay the parking taxes also. You need to caution and you need to know that. So when you talk about look at the tax, is every city is looking for more ways to tax more people actually for the government place, and then things that the region. There's a region you need to always work closely with the top accountant and the financial advisor. So what about the hidden taxes? Is whether is Like for example, the politician will always ask you to make an investment, but actually there's a tax there. But this process is the government require sending your money of its own purpose to build something else or move some improvement for the government. So this is a tax also, but the hidden tax on it. So when you build a project, everything else actually there is some green fee you can just to deduct your tax, everything else. So you can build a green place, which means that the city parks or green spaces, so you can just apply on it when you want to apply for the tax and everything. So however, you should know all your likely costs before you proceed, including all the hidden taxes your friendly neighborhood politician have mandated, everything else. So let's talk about the state taxes. For state taxes is probably pay your state tax every year, is by yearly, and form of taxes on revenue on the transfer of the property. You may also require to pay certain licensing fee also. These are the fees that you're gonna know, because government will get its hand on some of your real estate and others earning also, because for federal tax on real estate developers are revenue taxes. So how much and what percentage depends on your corporate structure. You go and tax everything. So generally you should show your face two roads regarding on your revenue and consulting tax liability. You may also tax all your part of your money of the corporation partnership as income. So naturally you will be taxed on it too. You can reinvest all your part of back into the company or into the other real estate venture if you want to do like that. But that's better you consult with your tax advisor first. So you need to know that a good accountant and good tax advisor is essential for you if you want to find safest way through the federal taxation shop, everything else. Then next a must is you're gonna working with the taxman, and then you're gonna hire the best accountant and best financial advisor you can. You're gonna work with the local, state, and federal taxman rather than against him. You need to work better with them, because this is you're gonna accept responsibility for your action, everything you take. No, you don't even think of evading payment. So anything happens, you need to pay, and then you pay that as well. After that, you can get some tax advantage on it also. So don't argue with taxman if something happen, because you'll be paying with state debts, and there's a gap be holding all the good cards on you also. So what about when you get audited, or you don't get free when you get audited? So stay calm, steady. So just contact your accountant and your lawyer for instruction. Get all your paperwork organized. Familiarize yourself with all the materials what the taxman want. So be firm and consult with a professional. You can deal with it. This is very normal case when you face it like that. So there's some tax benefit if you associate with real estate. For example, a lot of expenses directly associated with real estate development can be written off on your tax form. So these expenses may include supplier for maintenance, repair of your properties, personal wages, property taxes, interest on borrowed capitals, leasing commission, insurance premium, and perhaps other expenses you can put on it. So non-cash charges may be deductible, such as depreciation on capital costs and improvement on your property or properties, or your investment tax credit on income creating tangible property may also apply. Property tax abatement may also be applicable to historic properties, real estate neighborhood on the decline, and even though other types of property. So naturally you will have to jump through bureaucratic hoops and fill the appropriate forms, and make sure that your property fully comply with all the rules and regulation when you want to build it. And always check closely with your accountant and tax advisor to actively what rules, regulation, law, benefit, and restriction apply to you and to your property. So always, there's a construction, there's some tax benefit you can apply. Also, you need to know the the government news and the latest update that you can get the tax advantage or it. So that's best. You need to know real estate is not a solo game. It actually is a sport game. You're going to have a team. And then for tax, always remember, have a great accountant, great tax advisor to work with you. So this is for today. Hope you like it. See you.